Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hope all of you are okay. Hello, this is your dear Sir MD Ali, and today I come with a class which is based on sorting material into groups, and this is the chapter 4 of ncert book of class 6, and this belongs to the book Environment and Science. So first of all, we will see different objects which is seen around us. Now, first of all, we will see different types of food. Okay, so first see this. What is this? This is what? You're right, this is puffed rice. Okay, similarly, if you see this, what is this? This is almonds. Okay, similarly, if you see this, what is this? This is chana, or this is the chana chuk. So we see that these all are what? These all are foods. Now, if you see the clothes which we wear in our everyday life, then you will see that there is different types of clothes. For example, if you see this, this is what? This is blazer. Okay. Similarly, if you see this, that means this, then say what is this? This is t-shirt. Okay. Now similarly, if you see this and wear this like this, this is the corona session, so everyone wearing mask, isn't it? So this is also one types of what? One types of clothes. Okay. So we see in the example given few minutes ago that there are different variety of foods and clothes. Similarly, if we see around us, there are different types of objects such as chair, table, laptop, mobile. Okay, now among these objects we will see few of them. Now see this. What is this? Right, this is water bottle. Now observe carefully that this water bottle is of cylindrical shape, isn't it? Similarly, if you see this, what is this? This is very important for all of us. This is pen. Then you will obviously see that this is also have nearly cylindrical shape, isn't it? Now, if you see another object, that is this. What is this? This is eraser. Then obviously this eraser is of shape. Which shape? This is a shape perfect. Okay. Similarly, if you consider this, what is this? This is very useful to all of us, isn't it? All of you are very interesting about using of this, isn't it? So this is your mobile. So this mobile also have parallelepiped shape. Okay. Now, if you see this, what is this? This is knife or dagger. So this knife is a plain lamina and there is a plastic cover on this. Okay, so among all of the object which we see, the object have different shape and size, and also they have different properties. Okay, now imagine a cricket ball. Okay, do you imagine that? Yes, the shape of cricket ball is spherical, isn't it? Now, if you imagine an apple, then what is the shape of that apple? The shape of that apple is also spherical, isn't it? So the shape of apple and the cricket ball is spherical. Similarly, if you think of a football, then the football is obviously of spherical shape, isn't it? So we see that the object which have spherical shape are cricket ball, football, or apple can nearly be spherical shape. Now, if you think of the different object which you used in your household purpose. For example, if you consider the utensils which you used for cooking purpose, then there are different types of utensils, isn't it? Pressure cooker, hurry, and other, that is tiffin box, and other also we used in our cooking purpose. So if you consider all utensils, then you will observe that the whole utensils have different shape and size, isn't it? And if you carefully observe that, you will see that the objects or materials is made of different types of materials. Okay. Now you can group these materials on the basis of their shape. If I say to separate the materials which have spherical shape and the materials which have non-spherical shape, then you will obviously separate that, yes or no? Yes. So you can separate on the basis of spherical shape. Similarly, there are some objects which have not exact spherical shape. For example, you can consider about the shape of Hari. Okay, the shape of Hari is not exactly of spherical shape. So on the basis of shape, you can group the materials into different types. Now, if you consider the wall materials which we see, for example, the pasteurized, the almonds. Now, if you think of the almonds, then you can eat that almond. You know it. Now, if you can think of mobile, then will the mobile be eatable or not? Obviously not. You cannot eat mobile. So on the eatability or the eatability of materials, the material also can be grouped into two types. One is eatable materials and another is what? Non-eatable materials. So from the whole discussion which we have see here, that the materials can be grouped into different types, and these types of grouping is known as sorting materials. Now we have to know what is the meaning of the word sorting. Okay, sorting meaning arrangement. So arrange can be said as sorting. So you have to arrange the materials into different groups. Okay, so hope all of you understood this. Now from the discussion we see that number one, materials have different shape and size. Number two, materials can be eatable or not eatable, and number three, the signing properties. Okay, so these are the basic points which we learned from our discussion. There are also many other points can be derived from this discussion, and we will discuss one by one in the next discussion. Okay, so copy this on your copy, and if you cannot understand any point, then comment on the comment section. I will clear your doubt. Now we see, as a result of our discussion, that we discuss about different types of object, such as this pen, the plastic bottle, the mobile, and in the other hand the dagger and the eraser. All are made of different materials. For example, the water bottle is made of plastic, the mobile is made of plastic. In the other hand, the knife or dagger is made of steel or iron, and the eraser is made of rubber. So from this discussion we see that different object is made of different materials, and on the basis of this discussion you have to take an activity, and in that activity you will given different types of object in one column, and in the other column you have to say the material which made of. That means, for example, if you are given the water bottle, then you have to put water bottle in the column object column, and the other column you have to put the plastic. That means water bottle is made of plastic. Now we will take that activity and we will discuss that activity. Let's see what is the activity. Now, on the basis of the discussion which we have made few minutes ago, you can take an activity like this. This is the activity number one, and in this activity you have to group objects and materials they are made of. That means you have to make two column and in the left side column you have to put objects, and the right side column you have to put materials they are made of. For example, I have written some of these like this. First of all, if you consider lock, then what is the material which made lock? Obviously this is steel. Similarly, if you consider books, then it is obvious that book is made of paper. And if you consider t-shirt, then this is made of clothes. And you have to similarly make a list of 10 such objects and the materials they are made of, like the above. And in the number 10 there is mirror. Now there is a question mark, and this is for you. You have to find out the mirror is made of which material, and you have to put the name of this material here. Okay? Now in that activity you will find that some of the object is made of same materials. For example, if you consider about lock, then this is made of steel. Similarly, if you consider of a dagger, what is this? This is dagger or knife. Then this knife is also made of steel. So from these two examples, you can say that different types of objects are made of same materials. Okay? Now, on the basis of this conclusion, you have to perform an activity. And now, think of about the material such as wood. You will observe that different types of object is made of wood. For example, chair, table, bed, etc. are made of wood. Similarly, if you consider about paper, then book, exercise book or copy book, deed, etc. are made of paper. So, from this discussion, it is obvious that there are different objects which is made of same material. Now, this is your activity 2. In this activity, you have to sorting out materials and the objects they are made of. In the column 1, you have to write material, and the column 2, objects they are made of. And I have given 2 of them. Now, your work is to write down another 10 such type of examples and post on comment box. Okay? Oh, it is too hot. There is so much shiny and there is too much hot in my foot. I cannot walk on this sandy Rajasthan desert. Oh God, I feel so much thirsty. I want to drink water. Water, please give me some water. God, please give me some water until I die. Please give me some water. Oh, there is some water, I see. Oh, this is not water. This is the merits of desert. Finally, I got water. Whoa, this is water. Thank you, God. Now I want to take this water on this handkerchief. I will take this water on handkerchief. Now, see. Okay, this is water, and I will take this water on handkerchief. finally I take water, and this water is carried on this handkerchief. Oh, I have to take this water for long time because I want to eat in the time where there is no water. After some time, see what happened. Oh, the water is flowing. Oh, I have to get this. Why this is not? Oh, okay, oh, safe. So here we see that if you carry water on handkerchief that is made of clothes, then the water will not stay on that handkerchief because this will flow through the intermolecular space of clothes. It is obvious. Now see what I do to protect this water. Okay, let's see. Yes, I finally tracked this plastic bag to catch this water. This is not blowing now. This water is staying for permanent. Yeah, I understood to keep water permanently. Okay. So, in that case, what do you see? You see that to keep water, you have to take a material or a object which is not transparent. If you use transparent object, then water will blow to the intermolecular space. So, you see in your house that tumbler is used to keep water. Now, do you see that the tumbler is made of cloths? No, obviously no. If you take water in clothes, then the things happen. What happens with me is not it. So don't keep water in handkerchiefs or the objects made of what? Clothes. So from this we see and we learn that to keep water you have to use materials which is made of plastics or steels or any other materials which is not transparent. So from this we see that there are different types of what? Properties of materials, and we will see one of the property as transparency. Now see, this is what? So this is what? This is dagger. Now if you observe this dagger, then you will see that the edge of this dagger is shining, isn't it? Okay. Similarly, if you see this lock, then this lock will also shine in this portion. So this portion is also shining. Okay. Now we will see this lighter. So if you see this lighter, that you will observe that the portion is very dull. That is, there is no glowing on this portion. So in the example we see that there are some materials which is not glowing on the falling of light on the surface of that material, and in the other hand there are some materials which is glowing on the shining of light. So on this basis of the glowing on the appearance of light, this property is called the appearance of the material. Now we will see another example. Suppose this is what? This is a wood made object. Now if you hit by this object on your hand, then what will happen? you will feel very pain. Why? Because this is very hard. Now, if you will do the same task by the use of this mask, then what is happening here? There is no pain on your hand. Why? Because this is very hard and this is soft. So, from this example, you can say that there are materials which is very hard and there are materials which is very soft, and this property is known as the hardness of the material. Okay, so this is the hardness of the material. Okay, now we will see the solubility and insolubility. That means, consider that this is a water bottle. What is this? This is water bottle. Now open this cap and put sugar on this. Now if you put sugar and shake this well, then what will happen? After some time, the sugar will dissolve in this water. Is not it? Now, if you take sawdust or wood dust, then what will happen? You will see that if you put the sawdust on this bottle, then shake it well, then you will see that this will not dissolve on the water. So, from this experiment, you can say that there is another important properties of material which is known as solubility of the material. Okay, everyone got it or not? Now you have to perform a task. What is the task? Now you have to take 3 bottles of water. Now in first bottle put salt on this bottle. In the second bottle put some sugar on this, and in the third bottle put some sawdust, and you will see that by the experiment the sugar and the salt is dissolving on the water, but sawdust is not dissolving on the water. Now you have to perform the same task for another materials on your own choice. Now from your own choice, take different types of material and the dust of that material. You can take pollen grain, you can take rice grain, you can take puff rice, you can take another substances, you can also take the grain of sand, and you can perform the same activity or same experiment. And after performing this experiment, what you will observe, the result, comment on the comment section. Now from the whole discussion we get that there are different types of properties of material. First of all, appearance, second hardness, third solubility or insolubility. So these are the 3 properties which we learn on the whole discussion. Okay, now we will go into the discussion of these properties one by one. Okay, now first of all we will discuss about the appearance. Okay, so the first property is appearance. Second property is hardness. Third is solubility, and insolubility. Okay, so these are the 3 property which we have get from the discussion. Okay, now appearance means the outer or the peripheral appearance. That means outer look of any material is known as appearance of that material. So we can say that outer or peripheral look of materials. What is hardness? You can say the ability to apply force. And solubility is the properties of dissolving in liquid. So these are the three basic properties of materials. Hope all of you understand this. Okay, now we will go into an activity from this discussion, and the activity is discussed in your book, and this activity is the activity 3. Okay, now in this activity you are saying that you have to collect a small piece of different materials such as paper, cardboard, wood, copper, wire, aluminum sheet, chalk and other. Now you have to check whether these are shiny or not, and you have to make a table on the properties of shiny and dullness of these materials. Okay, now to observe it deeply, now you have to cut the outer surface of the materials, and you have to observe that does this cutting surface is shiny or dull. Okay, and this experiment should repeat with the help of your teacher. Okay, now I will give some example, and with this example you have to form a table, and in that table you have to show that what is the effect of cutting on different materials. Okay, now to see this activity we will erase this. Okay, so this is your activity. Three. Okay, in this activity you have to make 2 columns. One column is before cutting and another is after cutting, and this is the third column which is object. Okay, number 1, wood. What is the shiny property of wood? This is not shine, not shine. If you cut this wood, then will this shine or not? Obviously not, not shine. Similarly, if you take iron rod, then is this shine before cutting? No, not shine. If you cut, then it will shine. Is not it? Now similarly you have to take 10 such material and you have to make it grouping. Okay, so this is your 2, this is 1, 1, 2. Okay, so this is your activity 3 and this is 3.1. Now I will give you an extra activity from this person, and this activity is look like this. So before we going to that activity, erase this person and we will see that activity 3.2. so this is the activity 3.2. in this activity we will see the column. You have to divide in 3 columns. So this is your object, this is sign, this is not sign. If you take number 1 iron nail, then what is the properties? Sign or not? Yes, it will sign. Now if you take in the number 2 mud, then is it sign? No. So this is not sign. You have to tick here, okay, and you have to cross here. So you have to cross here and you have to tick here. So not sign, cross, okay. Similarly make such 10 objects. This is your homework. This is 2, this is 1, and this is 1, this is 2. Similarly make arrangement of 10 such objects. Okay, do you got this or not? So let's see what is the other properties. Okay, now in activity 4 there is another activity, and this is the activity 4. So we will see what is the activity 4. Okay, so in this activity the activity name is mixing different material into liquid. Similarly you have to make a table, and the number of column in this table is 2. Okay, so this is your table. So this liquid will basically water which is available easily. So their substance and disappear or does not disappear. Number 1 sawdust, number 2 chalk dust, number 3 sand, number 4 sugar, number 5. So you have to similarly make 10 such. You have to 10 such name. So for sawdust it will disappear or not disappear. So this will does not disappear. So this is cross. Cross means does not disappear. Similarly you have to do this. Number 2, this is 1, and number 3, and similarly you have to make 10 such grouping. Okay, so this was the discussion on the activity 4, and the rest is homework for you. Now take this as homework. Okay, now we will go into the activity 5. So in this activity you have to take different liquids and you have to test the solubility of that liquid in water. Okay, now we will see that activity. So before we go into that activity, we will erase this. So let's be patient. Now this is your activity 4.4. Here you have to make column. So this is liquid and this is mixed and does not mixed. Activity mixing of liquid in water. So mixing of liquid in water. Okay, now for example, consider soup. Then will this show mix or does not mix? Obviously it is mixed, so tick. Now number 3. Curry. Then will it mix or not? Does not mix. Similarly, you have to make such 10 arrangement. This is your 2, this is 1. Okay, now complete this activity on your own, and if there is some problem then take help from your family member, or also you can comment on comment section. I will help you. Okay, so the rest is again homework for all of you. Okay.